Today's video is a follow-up to my SmallRig cage kit for the Sony ZV-E1 video, where we'll cover numerous accessories in the SmallRig ecosystem. Some I like, some I dislike, and some I'm neutral about. Chapter markers for each item are in the description below. Hand strap pack 2456 is essential. It helps with handheld shooting and securing one's camera between shots. The nylon webbing can get a bit long, but one can just tie a knot on the bottom to shorten it up or cut it to length. The ultra slim 4K adapter cable D2A 3021 is another essential. It works seamlessly with the HDMI cable clamp included in SmallRig's cage kit for the Sony ZV-E1. It helps one quickly remove an HDMI cable without having to loosen the cable clamp. For handheld run-and-gun situations, one may want to use the XLR K3M and ECM XM1 in conjunction with the multi-interface hot shoe extension. To accomplish this, the multifunctional cold shoe mount with safety release 2797 is useful. It attaches to the top of the camera with a 1/4-20 but does not have a locking pin design. However, it does have a safety release on the top to help prevent cold shoe accessories from falling off. Next, one can add the MI shoe extension K3M and XM1 to the ZV-E1. For monitoring audio, a pair of IEMs is helpful. With this setup, there isn't a lot of room for an external monitor, but one could try to use the shading hood 3206 when outdoors, though it does not seem to lock in place very well, which makes it a hard sell. If one wanted an external monitor, they could remove adapter 3021 and add Magic Arm with dual ball heads 3873. For me, this setup would be unbalanced, so I would just work with the LCD screen on the camera to keep things simple, but you do you. If one is not interested in the XLR K3M unit but wanted a wireless setup, they could add a Rode Wireless Go 2 receiver to the left cold shoe and still have clearance for the Arri locating top handle Lite 3765. If one wants to add a monitor, the swivel and tilt adjustable monitor support with Arri 3A16 screws 2903B is compatible. The tilt tension has a toolless adjustment, but the swivel needs a 3mm hex tool to adjust tension, which is not included. The cage for Atomos Ninja Series CMA2209 is connected to the OG Ninja V. The cage works great, except for the HDMI cable clamps are not anti-twist and annoying to set up, whereas the ultra slim 4K HDMI cable A to A 35 cm is the perfect length to connect the HDMI feed. Shade VH2269 is a great add as well. We have now made it to an accessory I truly don't like. It's the V-mount battery mount plate kit basic version 4064B. It's marketed for the Sony ZV-E1 cage kit and has some serious user experience problems. One, the Arca plate on the ZV-E1 cage does not lock into place in the center of the Arca receiver. One must align it by eye. 2, does not give a stable platform when setting the rig on a table, especially when adding the Arca Swiss plate to the bottom. 3, to open and close the flip screen, one must flip the V-mount battery mount down, an inconvenience for sure. 4, no 15mm rod support. An option to add a base plate and 15mm rod support is the lightweight base plate with dual 15mm rod clamp 3067. The top plate is Manfrotto 501 standard and the bottom is Arri dovetail standard with 4 1/4-20s and 1 3/16. No problems here. Following this, one can add a pair of 15mm aluminum alloy rods. 1053 or 1054 will work. At this time, one may want to add a matte box to the setup. The Mini Matte Box Pro 3680 looked interesting because it had a winged top flag and flags on the left and right. These features are usually only found in higher-end matte boxes. But after setting it up, I realized that there is a gap between the top flag wings and side flags that will still let in light, which defeats the purpose of side flags. Further, the 4x565 filter trays and side flag tray are flimsy plastic. Therefore, I would just skip this accessory. Yet the 15mm LWS Support 3652 worked well, felt sturdy, and had adequate height adjustment. This accessory helps clamp-on style matte boxes not rotate and reduce weight on the lens mount. Now we come to power options. In general, I stick to powering my ZV-E1 with the stock NPF Z100 batteries due to the camera's limited runtime. But for those working in cooler environments, I will still look at SmallRig solutions for powering the ZV-E1. The V-mount battery plate with adjustable arm 2991 is a good product. It offers a ton of versatility on how one can orient something like the VB99 Pro Mini V-mount battery 4292. This battery in particular is great because of its dual USB-C ports, informational rear display, and short charging time. I did also order the DTAP to NPF Z100 battery power cable 4253B, but after reading a couple of reviews on Amazon saying it blew up in the camera, I decided not to test it. Interestingly, power bank holder BUB 2336 can be attached to the V-mount battery plate with adjustable arm 2991. Although one will need to pick up the power supply mount plate for DJI RS stabilizers 4189 for the use of its V-mount backplate to connect to the power bank holder. Here I'm using Anker PowerCore Plus 26800 PD 45 watt. To conclude, SmallRig's accessories for the Sony ZV-E1 are a mixed bag. Adapter cable D to A and right hand strap are essentials. VB99 Pro and V-mount battery plate with adjustable arm are at the top of my list. V-mount battery mount plate kit and Mini Matte Box Pro are at the bottom of my list. The rest I could take or leave. If you got value from this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or requests, please leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.